pretty cool to kick 6 field goals on an international stage and all that. Just can you describe just kind of how cool that is for you personally?
It was pretty cool to, kind of feel the love from the fans. Obviously this is a place of the world where they love kickers of balls. So being able to put on just a little bit of a show for them was a lot of fun. Our guys did a great job of getting us in position to have those opportunities in the first place. Tyler did an excellent job. Jordan did an excellent job. So being able to keep the momentum going for our team in a positive way just by knocking down kicks was, it was meaningful for us toward winning the football game.
Justin, some people have talked about the turf a little bit. Was it different kicking on this? Was it a different turf or is it similar to other turfs that you kicked on?
I'm not going to get into all that right now. Just if win or lose, if I complain about something, not that I would complain, but if I were to complain about something, it doesn't necessarily mean anything to anybody. So I'll just say I'm happy that we were able to manage the surface and get out of here with a win.
I'm just curious, this week of practice, it seemed like the soccer players, the youth soccer players were kind of taken watching you kick, like just by how far you can kick and whatever. Like you said, they're kickers of balls, right?
Indeed.
What was it like this week? And did you have any fun conversations with them about
that? We did, yeah. So probably not necessarily about, growing up playing soccer or football or whatever. One of the funniest conversations I feel like we had all week, Tyler and Jordan and I had an opportunity to go and watch the U18 Tottenham squad play just briefly during our Friday practice. When the specialists weren't involved, we walked over to stretch our legs and then kind of happened upon a match and was talking to a couple of the maybe reserve guys or younger guys they were spectators for the day. There was one kid who was doing his best American accent while I've just been butchering the English language with my British accent all week. This kid was hilarious. He had us rolling. He's like, "Hey, let's go Spurs. Let's get some barbecue after the game, bro. Let's go to Olive Garden." It was all but that was probably my favorite conversation I had with a real footballer while we were here.
How do you feel about the just like the stadium, like the really enclosed stadium, like the wind factor is really not? Did it feel or not overall, like on the kicks?
Yeah. So we came here on Friday afternoon. The specialists came to the stadium to kind of get the lay of the land and see what the surface was like and how the wind was, what the wind patterns may be in the stadium. And on that particular day, it was a little drizzly, and the wind was kind of like whipping through. Even though it does look like it, would be more enclosed. As soon as we walked in, I thought the stadium kind of reminded me of like what Miami's stadium looks like, or what Seattle stadium looks like, where there's like the awnings hanging over all of the ends and the sides. Which you would think would cut down on the wind or the weather or what have you. But thankfully it kind of held off today, and it was a pretty nice day. The one thing I was struggling to do was just stay warm on the sidelines. We're very spoiled, and when we're back in Baltimore, like if it gets below, I'm probably a little bit more delegated than many of my teammates. And I'm just sitting there. We just thing that was just spitting out room temperature. Just add that to the list. But I tell the guys, I tell Tyler and Jordan every week, hey, we're going to face adversity, and the measure of us as football players and as men is just how we handle it. So not having heated benches, it was tough. But we're glad to make it out here with a win.
Justin, I think you were the only one that was here in 2017. What does it mean to have a better performance in front of these fans and get a win this time?
Yeah, I know there were a couple guys. And I don't want to miss anybody. But I know like Pat Ricard was here, right. Marlon, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There are a handful of guys, but to be able to come out here, and I think management and the powers that be did a great job of managing the week and the travel and all of the stuff that goes into a trip across the pond to play a football game. I think our team did a really good job of handling that, and definitely much better result this go around than the last time, which we don't need to talk about that anymore. Right?
Justin, John mentioned obviously kicking the fourth quarter being huge and kind of giving you guys more of a cushion curious from your perspective if you felt that at all. There was a bit of a momentum shift earlier and so forth. Did you feel like it gave you guys enough?
Of course. We're always tuned into the game and the situations that could unfold before us. So that particular situation, yeah, we know exactly what the stakes are. By making that kick, yeah, just like you said, we give ourselves a little bit more of a cushion to let our defenses go out there and close out the game. Let our hands team go out there and close out the game. But to your original question is like, are we kind of focused in? Absolutely, yes. Which brings me to a very important point. My awareness rating on Madden is, for some reason, very, very low, and I think that's the only reason why I might not be like a higher rated overall. So, maybe by explaining that to you, the Madden ratings adjusters can give my awareness rating a boost. I think it's at like a 50. It's just abysmal. Maybe it'll be a 52 in honor of Ray Lewis.